Hennig, Mr. Perfect. You know, everything in my life has been absolutely perfect. And it's a lot of people's dream to be perfect. But with me, see, it's no dream. It's reality. It's life. And take the simple game of bowling. It's everybody's dream to bowl the perfect game. Well, being Mr. Perfect, you sit back on the couch, you put your feet up, and you relax because you are going to witness the perfect.
Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Nobody Beats Curt Hennig. Nobody. I'm your host, Mrs. Witchy Perfect. And on this episode, we're going to watch a tag team match between Curt and Billy Jack Haynes versus the Assassin and Rip Oliver. So we're going to go back to Portland for a little while because I think there's a lot of great stuff there that Curt did, especially with Buddy Rose and, of course, with Rip Oliver. We showed the one with David Schultz. We might do another one, just kind of spruce everything up because I think that was all audio that we did. For those who are on YouTube, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, you will only hear the audio, whereas my people on Rumble will actually see the episode and see the match. Like I said, just going to spruce up some classics. So, but the first thing I wanted to show is there was a question about Kerry Von Erich, and of course, Mr. Perfect was mentioned. It was on the drive-through, Jim Cornette's drive-through. So I'm going to get that up for you. All right, here we go. And like I said, the question is about Kerry Von Erich. Could he have replaced Sting? I don't think that was ever a thing because Kerry had pretty much already gone to, this is 1990, so Kerry would eventually go into WWE and, of course, face Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam 1990, where I saw Curt for the very first time. And like I said, I want to mention this because this is where I saw Mr. Perfect or Curt Hennig for the first time and fell in love with the wrestling. And I love this. If you have any comments you would like to make, just go ahead and make them down in the comment field about this. I love the fact that they do say Mr. Perfect, you know, and that Kerry eventually goes to WWE. So, all right, here we go.
Since Jim was on the booking committee.
No, what? Now, back up.
When Sting got hurt leading up to Wrestle War 90, the match with Flair that Lex Luger took his place, he's saying, how true is it that Kerry Von Erich was going to replace Sting?
That's news to me. Where was Kerry then? Was Kerry still in Texas? Was Kerry?
He was on Texas, but
was he out of commission? Did he have? When did he have his wreck? I don't know. Point is, all I can tell you is that we were in Corpus Christi the night it happened. That they had set the whole thing up. The Horsemen had become babyface. Sting was a part of the group so that they could do the deal that they did where Ole could tell him off. They could turn on Sting. And that was going to set up the February pay-per-view. Was February 25th, was it? That date sticks out in my mind, 1990. It was going to be Sting and Flair was going to put the belt on Sting. Mm-hmm. And in the show closing deal, when the Horsemen were getting the heat in the cage on, and I think it was the other heels, it was Gary Hart's guys because they had just turned heel earlier that night. So the Horsemen were beating up the other heels, and Sting came down, tried to climb in the cage, and they wanted. Sting was going to try to climb in the cage and get the Horsemen, and then everybody else was trying to pull Sting down. Don't go in there, and it's going to be mass chaos. Well, Doug Dillinger had never been trained as a worker, reverted back to his goddamn police training and pulled Sting down off the cage for a shoot. And when he landed, that's when he tore his ACL.
Ooh.
And so we didn't automatically know that it was torn, but since he was hobbling around in the back, we knew something was up. And I had originally, where the fuck were we the next day? Somewhere in Texas. I'll just grab my Midnight Express book and figure out where we were, because that was February 1990, correct? We were in Corpus Christi for the Clash of Champions. And that was February the 6th. And the next day, we were in Beaumont, Texas. So point being, I had been going to drive to Beaumont that night, but Flair said, we got to figure out something. Everybody just said, let's stay here. And because he was going to fly anyway the next morning, and we'll meet at the airport in the morning and we'll figure out what we're going to do. Because the pay-per-view is the 25th and it was in Greensboro. I've just seen in my book. And so I'm thinking, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And get there the next morning thinking we're going to have this meeting and, concoct all these potential ideas. And Flair just said, we're going to switch Luger, put him in there. And then we just flew to fucking Beaumont. And I mean, did he call Kerry that night from the Holiday Inn in Corpus Christi and ask him then? Because the next day he told the rest of his creative team that we were going to switch Luger. So, And I'm looking here because we were at, Beaumont, we did 3 TV tapes. And and Luger began his babyface turn because we were doing TV. There was no way from one night to the next day to bring anybody new in, right? So
it was never going to be Kerry.
No, I don't believe there was anything to that.
Okay.
The rumor had always been that later in the year they wanted Kerry Von Erich to come in, and he decided not to, and that's when he went to the WWF and had that run where he beat Mr. Perfect for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam, and was it that's for a little while.
That is more credible. Because later on in the year, depending on what time it was, I was not on the creative team. I heard bubbles.
Okay. I just wanted to share that little tidbit because that is, again, where Curt would face Kerry Von Erich in the WWF at SummerSlam. So that was around August. And they had mentioned in his promo, 10 days, it's been 10 days and you accepted the challenge from Kerry Von Erich. Are you ready for this, Mr. Perfect? He's like, as ready as I can be, in the promo. I think he was very, very pumped, ready for the, match with Kerry, though, he didn't really know Kerry or Kerry's style. I don't know. I don't think Curt ever faced Kerry in a territory. I'm not really sure. If anyone can find a match between Curt and Kerry when they were in the territories, let me know. Put it in the comment section or, send me a message or something on X. I would like to see that, but I personally have never seen other than when Curt was Mr. Perfect. And then again, that would go on to, I would actually be watching SummerSlam and SummerSlam 1990, excuse me. And that's where I saw Curt for the very first time. And I wanted to be a Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig fan. And I would go on to admire him and he would be my hero because I admired Curt so much. He was really someone to look up to. I wish he could have taught me wrestling. I would have loved to have learned the that running snapmare he does, and then of course the perfect plex, right? Just his knee lifts were just something to behold. I mean, and every wrestler that has talked about Curt has always said it was like having a night off, right? And that's why we have this show, to show the greatness that was Curt Hennig, because he was great. In my opinion, he was the greatest wrestler to ever live. Also, I just wanted to do a little bit of shameless plugs for episode 100, which will be coming out in a couple of weeks. So 2 weeks to be exact. I'm very excited. I had a lot of special guests and very excited to have everybody on. And I just want to let everyone know that will be shown in 2 weeks from this date. So whenever you're hearing this, end of July, early August, maybe middle of August. Anyway, whenever you're hearing this, in 2 weeks, you will be seeing episode 100. I will not be recording because I've already recorded that. So I can't wait till you guys see it, though. It is going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And I think I might take a week off. I'm not sure if I want to do like 101 or whatever. But as of right now, it is July 4th. I'm recording this on July 4th. So, excuse me. I hope everyone has a happy and safe July 4th. And, make sure that you be very, very careful with those sparklers. I know a couple years ago, I saw a kid grab a sparkler by the wrong end. So please, please, please be safe and be happy and have a great 4th. Now we are going to just show something I had seen that I actually liked. It's CM Punk, okay? We're going to talk about his Thugonomics ripoff of John Cena's Thugonomics. It was Punkonomics. It was really awesome. I thought it was really cool. Punk handled himself very well. I think he did better than the Cena pipe bomb promo. I hated it. I didn't like it. I thought it was boring, and I turned it off before I even watched any more of it because I was so disgusted. So let me get that up for you. I thought it was good, at least, just in my opinion, I thought it was good. So here we go.
Wasn't the only thing that happened on SmackDown, was the only thing that happened in both darkness and light. But sometimes out of the darkness and into the light comes a segment, and they ended the show with a segment a lot of fans were talking about.
Well, after the first segment, then we waited 2 hours and 35 minutes, and then came something else to watch. Cena came out, and jumping Jehoshaphat, the John Cena sucks chant drowned out the music. But I don't know that it's that they hate him, but just that they were enjoying more than anything else yelling for or against or about him. Does that make any sense? They're just participating in the whole fucking thing.
It does, because other than the joy in yelling, singing John Cena sucks, they seem to treat him as a babyface most of the time.
Yes, and they were into it. They were
very into it. I mean, the fact that Punk could actually rap. I mean, he wasn't really that good at it, but I mean, he was decent. And to see all that happening, I think was much better than the pipe bomb. I mean, no offense to Cena, but I mean, it didn't work out. I don't even know how they talked Punk into that. So here we go. More.
Was, and again, hey, it's always been, it was more prominent in the 80s when they first started going to Europe, but the international audiences are always, and I'm not saying a few years behind or a while behind or whatever, like they're fucking stupid. The new guys get over quicker in the United States while the old guys are still more overseas. You see what I'm saying here? And this is nostalgia, and this is a happening, and this is, blah, blah, blah. And then he cuts the promo on Punk, and Punk ain't going to win it, and etc. And all of a sudden, they play the word life music. Chicka, 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 whatever the fuck they're doing there. And the graphic says Punk Life. And here comes CM Punk out dressed like a thugonomic John Cena with the jorts and a Cubs shirt. Actually, there's some modifications here. And he had the fucking knuckle jewelry, brass knuckle jewelry, whatever, that said drug free instead of piss off or whatever Cena. What did Cena say?
I don't know. I wasn't a big Cena fan.
No, the knuckle stuff.
Oh, it said, I don't know, word life?
Well, I guess because that's what the music says. So regardless, all these things. And Again, it's the old rib of the guy dressing up like his opponent and trying to make fun of him and everything. And but the people are with Punk too, because he's a star. CM Punk. And I can't repeat this. It would have taken a court stenographer to take it down because he did his promo as a rap.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like,
yep.
It wasn't like an easy rap. It was like an actual promo, but it rhymed. And God damn it, I don't know how he did this. Because it went on and on, not in a bad way. I couldn't have done this promo to save my life because I can talk, as most of you people realize, all day long if I have to. But I couldn't make it rhyme and make it come out right like this. And he did 3 or 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he did a really great job. I think Punk outdid himself. I mean, and if you look at Punk's face during that whole segment, he's kind of like, wow, did I just say that? Like he was almost impressed with himself that, he was able to do this. So, yep. Sounds good.
It was I don't know how he remembered it. And it had to be heavily his input because I wouldn't think write this and hand it to somebody and go, okay, just do that. Oh, okay. Fucking Jesus Christ. I mean, he called Cena a fish-bellied white Hulk Hogan, but more problematic. I can't remember what that rhymed with because I was just...
It was awesome.
He called me a player hater, but Cena's buried more talent than The Undertaker. But is this the first time ever, Brian, that a main event promo made sense, it drew money, and was delivered completely in rhyme?
No, I've seen it used to do it all the time.
Well, no, but I mean, his shit was a little more juvenile, wasn't it? This wasn't like the rap thing. This was a little more literate.
This was him doing.
This was him doing
Cena. No, this was the same way it was Cena doing the pipe bomb. This was him doing a classic Cena promo.
No, I think that Cena used to rhyme a lot of stuff with booby and shit.
I don't know. I don't have the lyric book of all the classics. They should put that out. Put that out, please.
No, Cena's a better rapper, but Punk is a better poet.
Okay,
he had better material.
Punk was really good here, and again, it's so impressive the memorization that has to go into that.
Yeah,
when Cena used to do it was impressive, but he did it like he was doing it regularly. I don't even know how you build up the ability to constantly do that. Punk has never done that, and he came out there and he delivered. He hit a home run with that. I thought. I know some people thought it was too corny, but it plays off the pipe bomb last week. I thought it was really good.
Yep.
Oh, and and everybody was yelling at me on the Twitter machine. Well, he laid there, he being Punk, for 10 minutes because that's the way that it was. It was the opposite. Cena was laid out in the ring. And well, yes, I remember the promo. I remember him sitting there and I remember watching the promo. Truthfully and honestly, the fact that he had laid John Cena out beforehand escaped me. But as many people also pointed out when they started arguing about what those other people had brought up, Cena got laid out in the ring. Punk sat on the fucking stage. You didn't have him sitting over the top of Cena
on a Slim Jim table. On a Slim
Jim table in the same shot. And they said even Cena rolled over and sat up in the ring and collected his fucking self a bit to listen to his browbeating from 80 yards away. So, meh.
Well, that was WWE SmackDown.
Yes, it was.
From the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
What happens when the king dies and the queen takes over? Is it become the...
Okay, we don't need to know that question. The answer to that question. One more thing I wanted to look at here. I want to, because I just had to laugh at this letter. Apparently Jim got into a car accident and reads a letter that he was supposed to pay for this rental car that got hit by a semi. So I feel bad for Jim. I mean, but he's lucky to, actually still be breathing after being hit by a semi. I also had a disabled vehicle and it was kind of hit by a semi. So I know how that kind of feels. And, when I heard this, I just started laughing because I can't believe they were trying to get him to pay for a rental car when the accident wasn't his fault, Oh, wow. That's all I can say to that, because I mean, I've sort of been in the same situation where they tried to get me to be responsible for this truck that hit me, and I wasn't going to. I actually fought it. All right, here we go. Make sure that's up, and that's okay. Let's go.
Told you about the wreck that I had when I was in the WWF, and I flew to California and was on the way to co-host Raw, and the fucking semi hit me. Do you remember that, or are you just indifferent to my suffering?
No,
we
remember that. We talked about that on the show a while back. I do remember.
There, I also
well, here's the letter I sent to that lawyer. And folks, if you haven't heard it, you can look it up on YouTube, I assume. What is it? Jim Cornette's near-death experience being run over by an 18-wheeler in California while on the way to host Raw. Would that be how it's labeled, or what?
It would definitely have Cornette in California in there. I don't know about what else.
Yeah, well, anyway, from Knoxville, I'd flown into San Francisco to go to, as it turns out, I believe, Stockton. I couldn't remember, Sacramento, whatever the fuck. Stockton to do color on Raw, and on the highway, I got hit by an 18-wheeler and fucked up the rental car, and I had to go to the Oakland airport, get another rental car, and fucking got there like 45 minutes before showtime or whatever the fuck, before cell phones. Well, then Hertz had sent me, two things happened. The lawyers from the company where the guy was driving the truck for had sent me something to sign that they wanted me to sign, but at the same time, they didn't really send it. I'll explain in a second. And Hertz had sent me a letter saying they wanted me to pay for the damages to this rental car that I got run over in. So would you like to hear the letter that I sent to the lawyer of the truck company that fucking run me over?
Yeah, let's hear that first.
Well, no, this is it.
Oh, I thought you said you had a letter to Hertz too.
Well, no, everybody got this.
Oh, okay.
but it explains it. Dear Mr. Sellers, not Peter Sellers, but whatever. Enclosed, please find a copy of a letter you sent to me last month asking me to sign a form. However, there was no form enclosed with that letter because this dumb fuck had sent me something and I wasn't going to sue him, but he didn't enclose it. And I hadn't made up my mind yet anyway, right? And also, please find enclosed a copy of a letter that I received from Hertz about the rental car that was damaged. And I sent him a copy of the rental contract, the report that I filled out, the cops thing, the whole 9 yards. I says, please read all this and then finish this letter. So, okay, rest of the letter. Hey, I was driving down the interstate, minding my own business, when a 10-ton truck changed lanes without seeing me, hit me in the rear end, spun me around, pushed me sideways down the interstate at 50 miles an hour and sent me sailing into 2 lanes of traffic sliding backwards.
Yeah, he's lucky.
It was a fluke of nature. I was not struck by several more vehicles in the oncoming traffic. After pulling out of the slide and getting off the road, I had to sit and wait for the police, drive a crippled car to the next exit, stand in the pouring rain using a payphone, spend $25 for a cab to the Oakland airport, rent another car, and go on to Stockton, where I arrived less than 45 minutes before I was to co-host a live television program on the USA goddamn network. I was scared out of my wits, and it's a miracle I wasn't injured or even killed. If I get one more letter or phone call from anybody, because Hertz wanted me to pay, if I get one more letter or phone call from anybody involved in this melee indicating that it might cost me even one more postage stamp out of my pocket, please be assured that I will file suit against every individual, corporation, and insurance agency involved in this fiasco for any type of damages, compensation, and relief that my attorney can imagine in his wildest dreams.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really.
Never heard from him again.
Gee, I wonder why.
It seems to be a
People
thing.
are
That seems to
saying-
be a thing. When you did the letter about the penny difference, you never heard from them again either.
Yeah, well, because and I know people are saying, why didn't you sue him? Because I could have actually sued him. I had shit wrong with me that I could have sold physically, but then I could.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely could have done that. All right, so let's go into our match. I'm going to show is Rick Rude versus Coco Beware. Okay. I said we would go back. Once we were done with Curt on primetime, we would go back and watch some Rick Rude matches. So that's what we're going to do. I'll get that up for you. I mean, this, I love this match. For those who are listening to the audio, if you want to watch along as well, you can do that. It's Primetime Wrestling, Season 4, Episode 8. It's February 29th, 1988. So we actually went back before Curt would actually be there. And we're at 1 hour, 16 minutes and 31 seconds. I don't know when exactly. I know in 87, Rick would actually be on somewhere. He would be somewhere, but I wasn't sure if he was actually on TV or if he was just having dark matches. So, and I didn't have time to really research this. So, so this is the earliest I can think of that Rick is actually on. So, again, for those who are listening to the audio, if you want to go watch this on another tab, you can. So go ahead and press play now.
March 27th, he's part of that big six-man tag team lineup. Coco, of course, joining forces with the British Bulldogs against the Islanders, and Heenan putting on the tights.
I can't imagine what that's going to be like. I've got to be there to see that.
Well, I thought the brain had more brains, if that's not redundant.
The brain had more brain.
I don't know. He looks a little bit out of shape to me just there. I wonder if he's been in the gymnasium lately.
Well, he got so much money from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, that I'm sure he hasn't lifted a finger to do anything.
Nor a weight, huh? I would imagine we better take some lessons from Rick Rude there before he steps into that ring. He has a little time, of course, to sharpen himself and hone his skills a little more.
Well, I believe that Coco Beware, along with the British Bulldogs, have a decided advantage in WrestleMania 4 because they've got Frankie and they've got Matilda as well.
Yes. The moral value of Matilda must never be overlooked, giving the advantage and edge to that team of Coco and the Bulldogs.
Sort of a weasel eye view only moments ago. This particular drive by Coco surprised the Ravishing One as we look right over the shoulder of Frankie, and Frankie always keeps one eye on the brain.
Frankie surely does. Coco showed a lot of speed just then because he almost lost that arm and quickly recovered it.
Shot in, but a little bit too slow. Heenan screaming instructions to Ravishing Rick, but things not going quite his way right now. Drop kick and a beauty. Right up into a scoop slam. Coco doing his thing. The Birdman got everybody on their feet here. Oh, where's he going?
Hey, look at this. It's about time Heenan got up there to say something to his man. His man hasn't looked at all comfortable in that ring.
Well, he always talks about not interfering. Certainly interfering right now. Pointing the finger at Coco. He'll be able to do more than that come March 27th at the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. Look at the jaws. He's been eating pretty good. He hasn't missed too many meals.
No, he did have a look of determination.
Oh, beautiful suplex by Ravishing Rick Rude.
That was a tremendous move there by Rude, and he's following that up immediately.
Look at Heenan, since he got all that money, he's got some new threads on and got a nice gold bracelet and a Rolex watch. I imagine those were given to him as well, Alfred, because he wouldn't go out and buy any of that stuff. Submission hold being placed on by Ravishing Rick, but I don't believe that Coco Beware is the quitter type. Referee right down there asking right in the kisser so he can hear. This particular hold, you got to watch. This could become a smother very easily.
Well, it's a type of camel clutch, but he doesn't have those arms secured, so he's losing a lot of the leverage. In fact, it looks like he's going to lose it completely.
There was a bird's eye view of the hold. Look at this. He's walking him right over towards the ropes. Very clever maneuver. Head first right into the top turnbuckle.
That's a great move there.
Come on, Rick.
Although he's a little slow getting up from the canvas. And Rude not
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the premier referees in the World Wrestling Federation, Dave Hebner, really getting on the Brains case.
Whoa. I don't know what that was. That looked like a botch on Coco's part. He didn't roll the right way.
He was so anxious to get down into a cover position on Coco.
Going to work back on that head area. Maybe he feels that that's a weak point. Boy, if he reaches up with those thumbs, he could smother Coco very easily.
I don't think he will because the referee is right there.
Yeah, you don't do that to another wrestler.
Unless, of course, our friend Bobby comes along and gets his attention.
Well, Frankie's got an eye on him. And the Brain not making too many moves close to Frankie's stand whatsoever. Well, Ravishing Rick doing quite well for himself.
I'm going to actually take a 5-minute break, and I will be right back with you. All right. Sorry about that. I just don't want to edit this week. Yes, I'm going to be a little lazy. But anyway, let's continue.
Now
back to the match.
Just a moment. What did they have? A big special sale somewhere at Five and Dime? Where you got that new jacket?
Are you kidding? I had my special tailor made.
Who made that?
Who made that for me?
Carl and Hildegard special.
What do you mean?
Let's go back to
that
ringside.
This
This exciting matchup.
$20,000.
Still in control of this matchup. Ravishing Rick Rude with the upper hand here. He's getting some instructions.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. The referee really on the case of the Brain there.
Watch it, Brain. You'll get ejected.
Well, he
like in a baseball game, the manager's getting ejected, right?
Advantage of that situation, though, strangely enough. I can't understand that.
Well, it's hard to tell, Alfred, from our vantage point, whether he did or not. He might have just slipped the thumb into the throat there, covered up Coco's nose, and turned the thing into a smother.
Whoa!
But Coco trying to come up out of this. What a feat of strength here. Look at this. He dumps him straight backwards right on the back of his head.
Ouch.
Great move by Coco there. A little bit in desperation, but very, very successful.
Brain not too happy about the turn of events now. Worried indeed. Oh, came right down. He raised the knees up right at the last
I don't even know what that was.
Coco
what is Coco doing?
I think Coco underestimated the physical condition of Rude just then. I think he thought Rude was completely out, and he wasn't. He had something left.
That doesn't look right.
Look at this. Reaching right down into the tights. Referee did not see that. Those kind of moves don't happen by accident. Those kind of moves.
Okay.
Rude, very complacent, turning his back on Coco. That's not really an advisable thing to do.
Well, I can just think what was going through the Brain's mind there when he got dumped over backwards. Look at this. Bear hug, and he can slap it on with the best of them.
He really can with that powerful upper body, those shoulders and arms. They can really squeeze the living daylight out of you.
Seen Rick only moments ago came down on the back of his head. Bobby the Brain, I'm sure, thinking, wow, here's my guy who's in the elimination tournament.
Well, that really doesn't look right.
The next World Wrestling Federation
but, I mean, Rick was such a professional performer. I mean, he made everything look real. Kind of like Curt. Curt also had that charisma of making everything look like it hurt. I mean, like really hurt.
I still got something left. But unable to execute it right there. Coco fading fast. See,
He certainly appears to.
Holding that right arm up now.
Come on,
The
Rick.
passionate crowd on ahead, giving some encouragement. Sometimes that
Come on,
helps to
Rick
get your adrenaline flowing.
Yes, it does. It helps you to dig down deeper as well and find those extra motions and reserves of power and strength to help you. But in Coco's case, to no avail.
Well, he forced Ravishing to break the hold, but he's still in a lot of trouble.
Oh. Rick missed.
To grab that top rope, and once again, coming down on the back of his head, Ravishing Rick and the brain not happy.
Oh.
Rude was tremendously high in that drop kick too.
Hi-ya.
Coco hadn't caught those notes, I think he would have been out like a light.
I'm sorry.
Coco got his second win now, really going to work, unloading with
Oh.
heavy artillery.
Oh.
Beautiful double Furman.
Ouch.
That was a nice move. You're absolutely right, Gorilla.
Irish whip now reversed.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, he faked him out. He faked him out.
Coco all the way up to the top. Beautiful drop.
Come on, Rick.
Maybe we'll see the Ghostbuster.
He's taking his time.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
Frankie.
Got Frankie and the perch and running out of there. Look at Frankie
he's
going
running.
bananas.
Frankie's still on the puck.
What the
Coco right after him. Nobody going to mess with his bird.
Yeah, but he's going to get counted out.
And of course, that's left Rude in the ring by himself. And what is the referee doing here?
He's counting.
Yeah. Counted him out. Okay. Again, I'm sorry. I just don't want to. I don't want to do any editing. So, okay. Now on to our main event. So this is going to be a tag team match. I don't know if I guess it is for the tag titles. So it's Billy Jack Haynes and Curt Hennig versus Rip Oliver and the Assassin. There is 3 of them. So we're looking probably at about over 20 minutes, like 25 minutes. So, all right. I actually like showing those. I'm going to show more of Rick Rude's matches, at least through prime time, because I think Rick is a consummate professional, just like Curt. I mean, like I said earlier, they make things look like it really hurts. And one thing you didn't want to do is mess with Rick Rude. That's for sure. I know that for sure. All right, let me get that up for you. So we're going to go to Portland and stay in Portland for a little while. Like I said, I might go over the Dave Schultz and, of course, the Buddy Rose stuff, especially with Curt and Curt's dad. So let me get that up for you. And I can only do so much about the volume, guys. I'm sorry, but the volume will just have to say how it is. All right, here we go.
Oliver and the Assassin. Their opponents in this corner, the challengers, Curt Hennig and Billy Jack.
Curt! Looks like he's already heavyweight champion there. I think he won that from Oliver. I'm not sure how he got the belt.
On the line the past month in the Pacific Northwest.
Boy, you know, I was thinking about that a little while ago. There's been a ton of them.
Action unpersonified.
So I'm going to try not to talk through this because, again, this is as high as it goes. That's the highest the volume goes.
They still have it, and they're defending it against the likes of the Billy Jack, Curt Hennig, and we had Ric Flair in here, the World Heavyweight Championship, and Rowdy Piper and somebody else teamed up to go against the tag team champions, and the Assassin and Oliver prevailed against them. So here we go again tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't leave that set. Stay tuned to KPTW. KPTV. What am I doing? I just came in off the street out there.
You're wearing this beautiful new suit.
Mommy bought me a new suit, and I'm all shook up. I've been doing this for 14 years, and I say KPT personal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. KPTV, Channel 12, Portland, the greatest television station.
Easy for him to say, right?
You may have pulled yourself out of that one. The 3 out of 4 won't do it.
Certainly hope so.
Billy Jack, I like it. He goes like this.
Wants Oliver in there to start things out with, but he's going to get
all right.
The Assassin. Can I tell you what Buddy Rose said?
What did Buddy Rose
Since
say?
they wouldn't show this in the Billy Jack, the dark side of the ring, I want to show some Billy Jack Haynes and Curt Hennig because they would not show any of those matches. So we're going to watch some of those matches. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
When did he say this to you?
Not to me. They said it to...
Do you have the distinct feeling Billy Jack got out of the way, the assassin. Got out of that corner, the assassin charging Billy, arm drag him. Now he's tagging Curt, getting fresh blood in. That's what a tag team match is all about. Worked out over. I have the distinct impression that Buddy Rose and Rip Oliver, all this nicey-nicey, you get your team, I'll get my team. Hey, Rip Oliver and the Assassin are bad enough. We've seen for the past year what they're capable of. They'd stab their own uncles in the back for $1. But now Buddy Rose is being extremely nice to the man that stole his army, which is now the leader of the clan, Rip Oliver. I have a funny feeling about this whole situation. Maybe I've been around too long. Maybe you can call me optimistic, pessimistic, whatever. I wouldn't trust Rip Oliver or Buddy Rose as far as I could throw either one of them at this present time in the situation that Dynamite Kid.
So close,
now,
so close.
Dynamite Kid was a fairly good scientific wrestler. But I understand since Rose talked to him over the past 5 or 6 months, he's changed his attitude since he was in here the last time. The man's become a real terror in the ring. He breaks every rule in the book extremely fast. And from what I understand, he went back to England and he's been wrestling in Canada also. When Rose got a hold of him, so did Oliver. The man's been undefeated.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's even chasing Flair. Can't get him cornered. Ooh. I've seen the Dynamite Kid do a complete front flip off the top rope onto his opponent.
Holy mackerel. Well, that'll be something to see.
Now, Buddy told me 15 grand. You see, 15,000 bucks. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, you bet it is.
But as tight as Buddy is, Buddy's the type of guy that'll go to Japan for $7,000 a week. Guarantee he'll go for 1 week and come back with 10 grand. You see, that's how tight Buddy is.
Yeah.
Are you calling him a tightwad?
Buddy was up there saying
a penny pincher.
Rip and you guys keep your belts.
Well, tell us how you really feel about Buddy Rose.
He's going to be going after that belt too.
I certainly can't. There's something rotten in Portland, and I think I'm not going to say anything about the Danes because they're beautiful people. There's something rotten in Poland. I can't say anything about Poland. No. Let's keep it in Portland.
Something rotten in the dressing room.
Something amiss. Yes, right. Curt Hennig got a hammerlock. A left arm of the Assassin reaching across, trying to front him with that. Assassin doesn't like it. He just let out a big groan. Trying to reach his partner, Rip Oliver. He tags him now. It's illegal because he stepped on that bottom rope. You got to have both feet on the canvas when you tag in.
Yeah, Hennig is holding his.
There he goes. There's the tag. Legal tag. In comes Rip Oliver. Curt takes him into a headlock. Standing wrist. He's working on that arm. Oh, he gives him an uppercut.
That had to hurt.
About took that arm off. There's another one. Billy Jack wants to make the tag with Hennig. He's got that wrist bent back. Oh, look at that.
I just got here. I heard about what's going to go on in a double cage up in Longview Monday.
First time. Double cage match. Yep. There's a lot of action there.
There's a tackle off the rope. Oliver gets out of the way. Hennig goes over him. There's a try for a scoop slam. He maintains it. Throws the cover and gets kicked off. Curt gets up. Arm drag and taken down. Grabs the hold. In comes the Assassin and Sandy Barr intercepting. Excellent move on young Curt Hennig, the Pacific Coast champion part. And he's driving that knee in Oliver's face for more leverage.
That's another reason that Hennig is the current Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion. See those moves? He's a cat out there.
Oh, incidentally, we had a little fracas down in Salem last Thursday night. In comes Billy Jack. Legitimate tag. Oh, he gave him a heel under the armpit. Oh, he's trying to take Oliver's arm off. Billy hasn't forgotten that weightlifting from last Saturday.
No, he hasn't.
He's working Oliver over something fierce. Just pummeling at him, pummeling.
Oh, look, did he stick a thumb in there?
That was questionable.
Oh, the Assassin going to work on Billy Jack. No.
There's a try for a pin. We have a 1, 2. Hey, Billy kicked out. Just barely got out from under that. Took a terrible blow. Right hand by Oliver. I think it might have been a thumb. There's bear hug applied from the assassin on Billy Jack. I was telling you about Thursday night in Salem. This guy tried to become a professional wrestler. Said he could beat anybody.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that coach or whatever it was?
Well, whoever it was.
Yeah.
He didn't quite make it. And guess who took him on?
Oh.
A guy that's retired from the business. That's refereeing that bout right now.
Sandy.
And stretched him from here to Thursday.
Is that right? Sandy Barr took him on.
The guy's 9 inches taller now.
He'd be a basketball player now instead of a wrestler.
And Sandy's a retired referee. Sandy quit the business years ago on active competition. He comes back spasmodically every now and then. But Sandy's one of our older mentors.
And Sandy took him on and really did a number, huh?
Can you imagine what Billy Jack or one of our other people would have done to him?
When will these guys learn? Well, I was going to ask you about that. I was wondering how that came out.
I don't know what the guy says. I just want the past be the past. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, people were interested down there. They called. The guy didn't quite make it.
Just to say the least. Hammerlock applied by Rip Oliver on Billy Jack. He brings a knee right down on that.
That will teach these young people to pick on dirty old men like Sandy and me.
Yeah. Right.
Poor baby.
Dirty old men.
You notice that
Question mark.
On no switch arm. Oliver's, look at that. It came right down on that pad that's on Billy Jack's arm. Now the assassin's going to work right on it too. Oh boy. Isn't that kind of what they did the other night when they messed up his arm, Dutch?
Well, they know that elbow socket isn't in the greatest of condition. Billy's trying to get it back where it should be. It'll take some time. Billy's been wrestling injured. You have to do that in this business sometimes. You have to pay the price. That's why you end up with degenerative arthritis in all of your joints. Blood clots all in your skin from broken blood vessels. Your hair and the head all messed up from cuts and lacerations and concussions. Oliver's trying to take that arm off of Billy. Oliver responsible for the injury he suffered 2 weeks ago. He knows right where to apply the pressure.
Billy, I know Billy would love to bring up that right hand right in the rib cage or stomach of Rip Oliver.
I listened to Curt and Billy talking in the dressing room just before I came out here. Curt says, Billy, every time you get in there, just a little bit of trouble, man, with that arm the way it is. Get out of there. Tag me. Billy's got to pay a little more attention. I know, Billy's a very, very proud young man. And he'll withstand the punishment just to get at Oliver. But you should pay attention to Curt. Longevity in this business is the thing. Not get broken up and beat up and have to retire early. Longevity. You should listen to Curt. Get in and get out.
That's right.
Yeah, listen to Curt.
Billy's working his way over to Curt.
Man facing you with the blonde hair, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're a new watcher, is Rip the Crippler Oliver. He is probably one of the fastest growing stars in the world today. A double teaming Billy Jack in the corner. Rip Oliver, I want to give this man his dues. Nobody will because they don't like him. He's not a scientific wrestler. He's not clean. He does what has to be done to maintain his championship belt and his credibility. He's a dirty, vicious wrestler. Gets away with a lot, hides a lot from the referee.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Whoa. That was a collision.
This is how we should remember Billy Jack Haynes and what he brought to the business. I'm just saying, I think it would be easier that way, so that we can see this and remember Billy Jack like this.
There you go. There's the tag. In comes Curt Hennig, and he's had it. Right hand. 3 of them in a row. Arm with farm turnbuckle. Here comes a big back body drop. Oliver hit right on his sacrum. Drop kick by the young Hennig. Now he's mad. He's just blowing smoke. Here we go. Oliver tags the assassin. Legal tag. Oliver throws him off.
Hennig didn't see the tag, Dutch. And he met the assassin right in the ring with a knee, and that got it. That got him.
My, oh my.
First fall of our main event goes to the team of Rip Oliver and the Assassin over Billy Jack and Curt Hennig. Title defenders against Billy Jack and Curt Hennig. First fall was won by the Assassin and Rip Oliver. In fact, it was the Assassin right there that got the pin on Curt Hennig. Oh, he tried to throw him outside, and Hennig caught his neck right on the top rope there.
You have nothing to get a hold of there to help block that at all. Once they've got you up in that slam position, you're trying to reach for a hair, anything you can get your hands on. There's a try for a pin. That's maybe the end of the second fall.
No, he's got his foot out over the bottom rope.
You're right, Don. Very observant.
Boy, Sandy almost didn't see that either. A snapmare by the Assassin.
What do you call that?
Called it a snapmare. Was I wrong? It wasn't a camel. It wasn't a camel clutch. I know that.
I'm amazed.
Oh.
You're getting to be an expert at all these holds, especially the English crab.
Yeah, well, those are the big ones. When I get a better suit, I'll learn more of these things. Oh, look at that.
Double kick. Duke and I used to use that. You can get away with it. It's legal.
There's a reversal whip.
Hey, a back body drop. Oliver way up in the air. Kurt's still a little groggy. He just wants to get Oliver off him so he can go over and tag his partner. He's trying to. But,
oh, boy, that's a shot him in the rib cage. Oliver must have been 10 feet or better in the air when he came down.
Phenomenal condition, these professional wrestlers. Probably some of the better wrestlers in the world. They're probably some of the better athletes in the world, I might add.
Oh, absolutely.
People never give him any credit. We've been knocked by experts throughout the millenniums, but it doesn't matter. We're still here, and some of the experts are pushing up daisies.
Yeah. Oh, he caught that right mouth first, I think, turnbuckle. Into the knee. Look at that. Into the knee of Rip Oliver.
I want to thank the people at the Seaside Convention Center and the new management down there for their bang-up job. There's a reversal by Curt Hennig, a drop kick. Right on his back. He's going over to tag Billy Jack, and he made the tag legally. Right hand by Billy. Shows him in. Oh, he got that big elbow. Ow.
That's got to close your...
Elbow drop right across the Labanza.
Here comes Oliver.
In the nick of time, helped save his partner.
A body slam, Billy Jack style. No. Got him down. Oh. Came right down on the mat. The Assassin moved out. There's a rake across the face.
Anyway, we want to thank Seaside. That's the largest crowd for a wrestling match ever at Seaside Convention Center last week in Seaside. I want to thank the people down in Florence for their nice crowd they had for their club. We really appreciate Florence and Seaside for the bang-up job they did this past week. We'll be seeing them again next month in Seaside.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine last week. He was at that Seaside match, so that was really exciting.
Curt Hennig coming across to try to be some aid to Billy Jack, but he's intercepted by referee Sandy Barr. In comes the Assassin. Double team. Sandy turned around and caught him. He's got to chase one of them out of there. They're experts at that double teaming and getting that referee's attention. It takes a great deal of ring know-how to get the opponent of the other tag team partner into the ring to break the concentration of the referee. There's a drop kick by the Assassin. Did you see how high that man got?
Yes, he did.
Curt Hennig turned the table. He came in, intercepted the Assassin during the count, and took him off his partner.
He said, Oliver,
for a tap.
You bet. He said, Oliver did it. I can do it too. There's another shot into the throat area.
This thing is still hung up in the back of my mind about Buddy Rose and the Dynamite Kid, Rip Oliver, and the Assassin about it. Oh, my goodness. Tremendous right elbow. That knocked the wind out of Billy. Billy headed for the rope to try to protect that arm. He's trying to keep his senses. Oliver's up on a second rope. You people are sightless. That's about 6 feet in the air. He's holding on to one of the pikes, coming down across Billy's back.
He's planted one on Curt Hennig.
There's a bear hug.
No, it's a thumb into the rib cage. There is a whip into the rope. Back. Oh, boy, Billy Jack about took off all the ropes there. Well, there goes Oliver again, this time on the second rope. Coming down with a stomp on Billy Jack's back. Oh. Going for a pin. Look at that.
That looked like it hurt. Ouch.
Ladies and gentlemen, in professional wrestling. He's not only become one of the better-known stars of the Pacific Northwest in the shortest period of time that I've ever seen, even more so than Jimmy Snuka, but he is paying his dues, I want to tell you.
Yeah, he's making a payment tonight, right now. Here comes Oliver off the top rope again, right in the back.
It doesn't matter how big you are, how strong you are. It's your knowledge in the business that you're in. There's a clothesline by Rip Oliver. Across Billy's eyes momentarily.
Yeah.
And it's not the size of the man in the fight either, I want to tell you. It's the size of the fight in the man. A lot of people talk tough and tell people in bars how tough they are. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, 35% are tough. The other 60%, I even went over 5%.
You thinking about that guy
right.
Thursday night?
Are gutless.
Oh, look at this.
It's a shoulder breaker. Oliver's famous finishing hold. He can't get it. He can't get it done. This match is even. Forget about it. This fall is over.
Hennig just drop kicked the assassin out of the ring.
Oliver's out on his feet. That's it. We're even.
You bet we are. Billy Jack.
Woohoo! Billy Jack and Curt Hennig. Yeah.
Billy Jack.
We'll be back with the third and final fall of this championship. Seemed to come out of nowhere after taking a tremendous beating at the hands of both the assassin and Rip Oliver. He came out of that and he laid that full Nelson on Oliver. You knew that was it. And this championship match was even. One fall apiece. You know, did you know that Playboy Buddy Rose has a softball team?
He's got a softball team. What kind of a softball team?
It's Playboy's buddies, the Sassy Chassis out there in Beaverton. And they're in a tournament. The championship game is tomorrow at the Tualatin Sports Complex. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't know that. Rhodes is a pretty good jock. I've seen him hit a softball. He's a pretty good hitter. Can't catch worth a darn, but he's a good hitter.
Well, he's one of the sponsors of the
The remark I made about him being tight. It's not a point of being tight. It's a point of being greedy. This young man, like I told you, could go to Japan for 1 week for $7,000 and come back with $10,000. And for him to spend $15,000 on another guy, because he thinks so much of himself, to bring another guy in as his tag team part, outbid somebody, I find that rather unique in the annals and the histories of PB Buddy Rose.
It would have been like Jack Benny buying a new car, right?
Yes, there's something rotten in Portland, folks. I'll reiterate on that. Rip Oliver and the Assassin, very cool, very calm, very collected around Buddy. Ripper actually stole Buddy's army, if you want to get right down to the nitty-gritty. Now it's the Clan. Curt Hennig was partially responsible, as was Billy Jack, for extricating the third member. The Sheik is gone, and good riddance to bad rubbish. He's gone out of here. The only remaining member of the old army and the new Clan is the Assassin himself. Now Rose has got this new partner, a Dynamite Kid. I know this guy. You think you've seen some movers? You think Rose can move? You think Curt Hennig can move? Where do you see this Dynamite Kid? And he's become a sour apple.
Hey.
According to the reports I've gotten, according to what Rose tells me. I'd make a good attorney. I'd have to believe a lot of hearsay, though. Billy Jack got a side headlock with that weak arm. I'm not saying he's weak in the arm. That's the one he injured. Rip Oliver injured for him.
How long has that Dynamite Kid been around? How long has he been around?
I think he's been at this business about 13 years, so he knows what he's doing. He knows all the ins and outs. Still a very young man. I think he's still He's 29 or 30 years old, so he started at a very early age in England. There's the try for reverse suplex. Oliver managed, but he got most of Billy's weight on the back of that neck.
Yeah, he's hurting a little bit himself. Both men very slow getting to their feet. Oliver going for that suplex now, and he can't get it. Billy Jack got it. This is the way it is.
Definitely get horizontal. You see how Billy released him? Very smart move. Billy learned his lessons early on that. Get rid of that man on the way down. Let him absorb the impact. Don't you take his body on your shoulder.
Billy's feeling a lot of pain over that left elbow.
They got about $2 million in property and wrestling talent in that ring right now. And then there's the other three guys.
Yeah. Curt Hennig going to work on the assassin. Here comes the whip into the turnbuckle. There it is. Oh.
And I won't tell you which one's got the $2 million possibility either. It would shock you. Next body drop by Curt Hennig. There's an elbow drop. Oliver trying to get in. Oh, we almost had a new champion.
Sure did.
I'm getting a little excited, Don. You take it.
I bet I know which one it is, Dutch.
Which one?
Can I go ahead and make the guess?
Go ahead.
Rip Oliver.
You got it.
All right.
Billy Jack's a rookie. He's got a lot of promise. Probably want to hear it. What's going on here? Billy's coming in. He intercepted Oliver. He got a four-way going in the ring. Curt Hennig's going up to the top rope. He's going up to... Watch it! There's Buddy Rose! Oh! He pushed Curt off into the middle of the ring.
Hennig is hurt.
Sandy Barr just pointed to the bell ringer and said, ring that bell. I think he caught Rose in the act.
Yeah, that's a disqualification, which means the champions keep their belt.
Of course,
Rose
DQs.
I don't believe that. I thought all this running in was passe. With Rose back in
Not for Buddy Rose.
Started again by the looks of it. He just shoved Curt. You see where Curt Hennig landed? Look how far away he is from the corner.
Oh, I know. He hit his leg coming down. I think he twisted his knee.
That's what has happened. Barr disqualified Oliver and the assassin for outside interference. Hennig and Billy Jack win the match, but the belts do not change hands on a disqualification. Now do you expect and suspect a little bit of hanky-panky between Rose and Oliver and the assassin?
Boy, I don't know. I don't know, Judge.
It's bubbling, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected Rose to do that because had he not interfered, the belt may have changed hands, and he and the Dynamite Kid are going to get these guys. They're going to get Billy Jack and Hennig next Saturday night.
Oh, everyone is around the ring. See how well, I know for people on YouTube, you can't see this, but people are surrounding the ring.
His new partner and him may be able to wrestle Oliver and the assassin. I don't know. It's 3 or 4 possibilities, but there's something rotten in Portland, and it smells like Rip Oliver, Buddy Rose, and the assassin. There's something going on.
We'll find out more about it. I think next Saturday night, too. Wait a minute. What just happened out here, Dutch? Sandy Barr has just raised Billy Jack and...
I mean, there's people around the ring. They're calling for blood here.
And I know the belts can't change hands on a disqualification, but I'm very reluctant in giving these belts back to you two.
Sandy has no alternative. He had to do it, ladies and gentlemen. He has no other alternative but to return the belts to the champions via the disqualification route.
Yeah, but Curt won. And Billy Jack Haynes, of course.
Billy Jack and Curt Hennig's hand. I thought maybe we had another reversal decision there. Well, we had quite a main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was really good. All right, guys. Of course, that is it for me. But I wanted to let everyone know. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I just want to let everyone know that I'm sorry. I misspoke. It was the episode 100 will be in 3 weeks. I'm sorry. From this episode, you will see it in 3 weeks. So probably the end of August, maybe even September. You will see that probably the end of August, I'm thinking. Or it could be the very, very beginning of September. So we shall see. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Everyone now is going to hear shameless plugs. Also, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, like, and share this content with any wrestling fan who was a big wrestling fan. Not only a big wrestling fan, but also a fan of Kurt's, or Bret Hart. I know he had great matches with Bret. He had great matches with everybody. Kurt made everybody look like $1 million. I just had a comment about someone didn't know that he faced Hercules Hernandez. Yes, Kurt had a match with Hercules Hernandez in 1989, right after it was 89, but I can't remember. It might have been 88. I'm not sure. See, now I'm questioning everything. No, I think it was 89. He had a match in 89 with Hercules Hernandez, and such a great athlete, made Hercules look like $1 million, because Hercules had just turned babyface after that whole DiBiase thing, and wasn't going to be anybody's slave. I love that. Excuse me. But that is the end. So everyone's going to hear some shameless plugs. And like I said, if you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and also comment and let me know. I mean, because maybe you didn't know that either, that Kurt had a match in 89 with Hercules Hernandez. Yeah, he even had a match with Jimmy Snuka in 89 as well, the end of 89. It was after Survivor Series 89. So, yeah, like I said, if you like what we're doing here, just go ahead and comment. And that's it for me. Now, everyone will hear shameless plugs. And we'll see you back here next week for another episode of Nobody Beats Curt Hennig. Nobody. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody. Bye, guys. Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello, and welcome to the Shameless Plugs. I wanted to do an updated version because I no longer have Patreon. I don't know if anyone has seen, and down in the description field, the first shameless plug I would like to do is for my Cashapp and my PayPal account. If you can donate, please, please, please donate today. I actually had one donation, but that was more for my birthday. So anyway, if you can donate, please see the links in the description field for my PayPal and my Cashapp. I'd like to start off by saying also, and I will say this at the end, I have an AI outro that is AI generated. I actually made a country song dedicated to Kurt. I made several. Just in case, there also maybe in the future or right now is going to be an AI intro. So I just want to let you know that the intro also could be AI, and this is for Amazon. Excuse me. This is for YouTube only. YouTube only. So the first shameless plug I would like to do is Kit Cabello. He is one of my great, great friends. Excuse me. I love him to death. And what a great man, great guy, all around great friend as well. You can catch him on Heartlands Media. That's 9 a.m. Central, Monday through Friday. And he will tell it like it is. Trust me, he will tell it like it is. Can't say enough great things about Kit Cabello. Also, check out Angel Riviera. He is in Angel in the Afternoon. And of course, he is my host for Pro Wrestling Talk. Pro Wrestling Talk is every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, though those are scheduled to change due to family issues or WrestleMania or a pay-per-view. Also, I would like you to, but definitely check out Angel in the Afternoon. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he also tells it like it is. Way to go, Angel. Okay, on to deconstructing topics. My big brother, Dave. I can't say enough great things about Dave. He is a big supporter of mine, and I'm a big supporter of him. If you check out Deconstructing Topics, he has his own show. I'm not sure what episode he's on right now, but he has a great podcast. Please, please, please listen to it. You can check it out on YouTube. I don't know if he's on Rumble, but I'll see if I can get a Rumble link. All these links are in the description field if you want to check these people out. Also, I'd like to mention my little kid brother, Alex Knight. We are actually not really related, but I see him like a little brother. So anyway, Alex Knight, you can find him on Angel in the Afternoon. You can also catch him on Pro Wrestling Talk. And I think he's going to do a baseball podcast with Angel as well. So check that out. That'll be on Sundays. I'm not sure the time. I'll have to get that from Angel later. But I just want to make sure that you check him out because he is a great person and someone I can call friend and little brother. The next shameless plug I'd like to do really fast is Black Magic Talk is my other show, guys. If you would like to check that out, all you have to do is click the link in the description field, and blessed be to you if you are also a witch, wizard, or warlock, or whatever you call yourself. You can check that out in the description field. We have a lot of fun over there. I love to have on special guests, especially Sonia Smith. She's a very dear friend of mine. I hope you will subscribe to all these people on YouTube or on Rumble. We are also on Rumble. The Rumble description field, the link is in the description field. Sorry. If you would like to check that out, this will be going on YouTube, of course, because I don't need this for Rumble. I could put it on Rumble. I think I might. So if you are on Rumble watching this and you would like to see the YouTube version of this, it's mostly audio that you will see, except for this part, right? Just check us out on YouTube. The link is in the description field. And again, if you want to check out Black Magic Talk, you can check that out too, where we talk everything pagan and Wiccan. There is no evil or black magic, of course. It's all great fun, and we have a good time. If you like a personal tarot reading from me, click the link in the description field below. I can get you my, my pricing and stuff. If you would like to be a guest on the Black Magic Talk, or if you'd like to be on Pro Wrestling Talk, you can DM me on X. My X is in the description field for both Black Magic Talk and for Curt Hennig podcast. Go ahead and hit those in the description field and DM me, and feel free to ask if you'd like to be a guest. If there's anything else, concerns, or if you would like to just give feedback, you can always DM us on X and so on. Just want to mention my Cash App and my PayPal account are in the description field. If you can give to the show, great. If not, please enjoy the show. That's what we are mainly here for, just for your entertainment purposes only. And again, I will reiterate that the AI outro song is AI generated. That is for everyone, for Rumble and for YouTube. Also, there could be an AI intro song. Just want to let you know that if there's ever an intro song, it is AI generated on YouTube. I created a couple of songs here and there, a couple of country songs I think that Curt would like. So I hope you check those out. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect or Curt Hennig. Nobody.
In a small town gym with wooden floors, he'd lace up his boots, he'd settle the scores. With a suplex or a lariat, he'd stand tall. Curt Hennig, the hero we all recall. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire in the wrestling ring. He set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Through the cheers and the bright spotlights, he wrestled his dreams on countless nights. With a fisherman's carry and a confident grin, Curt showed the world the warrior within. Oh, Mr. Perfect, the man we admire in the wrestling ring. He set hearts on fire. From the farm to the glory, he took his stand. A true country legend, the perfect man. Humming the ballads of a heart so strong, where the echoes of victory always belong. He taught us the life many hours of wrestling, his name remains Curt Hennig, who broke through the chains from Minnesota.